given mass is equal to 500 gram, right? Shit. At 0 degree Celsius and 100 degree Celsius, T1 is equal to 0 degree Celsius, T2 is equal to 100 degree Celsius are poured into a vessel. The amount of heat gained by cold water. So total amount of heat we have to find out. Q is equal to MS delta T, right? Remember, specific heat capacity of water is 1 calorie by gram into degree Celsius. S value, S water is 1. So Q is equal to M 500 S 1 delta T. That means T2 minus T1. So 100 minus 0. Right? By using this formula. So replace Q 500 into 1 into 100. That means 5 into 10 power 4 calories. Right? This is the heat amount present in that bodies. Now, there are two bodies. One is hot water and another one is cold water. It is total amount of heat, but heat gained by cold water. Cold water. Total mass is 500 grams plus 500 grams, right? But here the heat energy required or the heat energy gained by cold water is, what is the mass of cold water? Is 500 grams, right? So the total energy is, the total heat energy is, heat is equal to 5 into 10 power 4 calories, right? Therefore, heat gained by cold water is equal to total heat by 2. Total heat energy by 2. Because of half is filled with cold water and half is filled with hot water. We need only for cold water. So Q by 2. That means 5 into 10 power 4 by 2. That is equal to 2 ones to 2.5. 2.5 into 10 power 4 calories, or 25 into 10 power 3 calories, or 25 kilocalories. That's it. Mass of 10 grams of ice at minus 10 degrees Celsius. Clear? T1 is equal to minus 10 degrees Celsius, right? What is the heat energy required to melt the 10 grams of ice which is at minus 10 degrees Celsius, right? So here it is ice, it is at minus 10 degrees Celsius. The heat energy required to convert minus 10 degrees Celsius to 0 degrees Celsius. So here the changing in temperature is there. So here we use specific heat. The heat energy used is here specific heat. Here the ice is at 0 degrees Celsius. So at 0 degrees Celsius, ice gets converted to water at the same temperature. So here it is used by latent heat. So here two energies, two heat energies are using. One is specific heat capacity, that means ice to ice by changing temperature. Here it is ice to water changing in state at same temperature. Right? We have to apply these two formulas. So first one, Q is equal to MS delta T. Q is equal to MS delta T. First heat required is by specific heat. Q is equal to, Q1 is equal to MS delta T. Right? Mass given is 10 grams, specific heat capacity of ice is 0.5 calorie by gram into degree Celsius. Here I am writing specific heat capacity of ice is 0.5 calorie by gram into degree Celsius. Here we should not take that specific heat capacity of water. Yes, is not water, it is ice because it is in ice state. So that we must take that specific heat capacity of ice, and delta T is T2 is 0 here. That means 0 minus of minus 10. T2 is 0 degrees Celsius. T1 is minus 10 degrees Celsius. So T2 minus T1, 0 minus minus 10. So Q1 is equal to M 10 into 0.5 into minus plus into 10. 0.5 into 10, that is 5, that is 50 calories. By using specific heat, the temperature changes, so that heat energy required is 50 calories. 50 calories heat energy is required to convert minus 10 degrees Celsius to 0 degrees Celsius for mass of 10 grams. Now, Q2 is changing the state. So, how much energy is required? It means Q is equal to ml, latent heat. Clear? So, latent heat of fusion of ice, where L value, L ice is equal to 80. Clear? Calorie per gram by gram. Right. So that implies mass is given as 10 grams. Latent heat of ice of fusion is ice to water. So 80. These values are given and these values are fixed values. We must remember these values. So that is equal to 800 calories. So total heat energy required, Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2, 50 plus 800, that is equal to 850 calories of heat energy required to convert 10 grams of ice from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 0 degrees Celsius. Here the question is, what is the amount of heat energy required to convert 10 grams of ice to steam? Steam in the sense vapor, ice in the sense solid to gas. Let's see carefully what is the process involved in this. 10 grams of ice at minus 10 degrees Celsius to steam. It is the question. So first, imagine ice, the temperature is minus 10 degrees Celsius, right? By giving the heat energy, the temperature reduces up to 0 degrees Celsius, ice state only, right? Even if we give the heat at 0 degrees Celsius, this ice gets converted to water, right? Even if we are giving the heat energy, the temperature rises up to 100 degrees Celsius, the state does not changes, water only. And by giving the heat energy, the water gets converted to steam at 100 degrees Celsius. If you observe here changing of state is not actual. Changing of state is done, but the temperature does not rises. Here also the changing of state is done, but the temperature does not rises. So to convert ice at the temperature minus 10 degrees Celsius to 0 degrees Celsius, here we are using specific heat. The heat energy used is specific heat up to here. But to convert the state ice to water, here we are using latent heat up to here, right? So here the temperature is 0 to 100. So water 0 degrees Celsius to 100 degrees Celsius, the changing in temperature is there, so specific heat, right? So here the changing in state is possible, so latent heat, right? Q1 specific heat capacity of ice, Q2 specific latent heat of ice, Q3 specific heat capacity of water, Q4 latent heat of steam, right? So that's it. So Q1 is equal to ms delta T. Here we are using specific heat capacity, m value, right? So Q1 we are finding ms delta T, mass is equal to 10, specific heat capacity of ice 0.5, delta T is 0 minus 10, that is 10, 50 calories. Q2 is equal to ml, mass 10, latent heat of ice 80, that is equal to 800 calories. Q3 is equal to ms delta T, mass 10, S value is 1 because of specific heat capacity of water. Delta T is 100 minus 0, that is 100, that is equal to 1000 calories. Q4 is equal to ml, mass 10, latent heat is 540, that is equal to 5400 calories. Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Add of the energy Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 plus Q4, that is equal to 54 plus 1064 plus 8 72 plus 50, 7250 calories, that is equal to 7.25 kilocalories. Clear? That's it. The specific heat capacities, yes, of two bodies A and B are in the ratio of 1:2, and masses are in the ratio of 3:4. Then what is the ratio of the heat capacities? H1 by H2 is equal to how much? By H is equal to ms by this formula. Clear? H1 by HA by HB, right? MA MB. HA by HB is equal to MASA by MBSB. Clear? So implies HA by HB is equal to MA 3 into SA 1 by MB 4 into FB 2, 3 by 8, that is equal to 3:8. Clear? Next, the heat energy of 400 calories causes 25 grams of mass of substance, right, to change the temperature from 190 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius. What is the specific heat capacity? By formula S is equal to Q by m into delta T. Q is equal to 400 by m, 25 into delta T, T2 minus T1, 190 minus 60. Then implies S is equal to 400 by 25 into 130. Here 25 ones, 4 4 16, 2 8, 265. So 8 by 65, cancel that. That is the answer. 8 by 25 for 65. That is the answer. So if you cancel it, the value is nearly 0.123 calories by gram into degree Celsius. That is the answer. The density of two substances are in the ratio of d1 by d2 is equal to 5 by 6, and the specific heats are in the ratio of 3 by 5. Then what is the ratio of thermal capacities per unit volume? V1 is equal to V2 is equal to 1. Then ratio of thermal capacities H2 by H1 by H2 we have to find out. Clear? So H1 is equal to M1S1, H2 is equal to M2S2. Right? And by density formula, by density is equal to mass by volume. Right? So mass is equal to density into volume. Clear? Instead of mass, we have to write the densities because the mass is not given. That implies H1 by H2 is equal to M1 means D1 into V1 into S1 by D2 into V2 into S2. Density ratios are given 5 by 6 into volume ratio, unit volume. He said that it is a unit volume, so 1 by 1 into S1 by S2, 3 by 5. So H1 by H2. H1 by H2 is equal to 5 is 15, 6 5 is 30, 15 1s, 15 2s. 1 by 2, that is 1:2. The ratios are 1:2. Two spheres of radius 1:2 and have specific heat ratios. So S1 by S2 is equal to X by Y and densities are in the ratio Z by X. Z by X. Then the ratio of the thermal capacities. So H1 by H2 we have to find out. Right? H1 by H2. So by formula mass is equal to density into volume. Sorry, by density is equal to mass by volume. Mass is equal to density into volume. We have to apply this. That means H1 by H2 is equal to, actual formula is M1 S1 by M2 S2. It is the actual formula, MS, which is equal to MS. That is the formula. That implies H1 by H2 is equal to M1 means D1 into V1. D1 into V1 into S1 by M2 means D2 into V2 into S2. Right? So that is the same similar problem as like that previous problem. D1 Z V1 we have to find out. Right? Radius are given. So volume of a sphere. So volume of a sphere 4 by 3 pi r cube. 4 by 3 pi r cube. We have to apply this instead of volume. That implies H1 by H2 is equal to D1 means Z into V1 means 4 by 3 into pi into R means R1 here 1 cube into 1 into S1 is X. This is completely V1. V1 means 4 by 3 pi R 1 cube. R1 means 1 by H2 D2 is X into V2. V2 is 4 by 3 into pi R cube. R2 is 2. 2 cube means 8. into S2 y. So that is equal to 4 by 3 pi, 4 by 3 pi gets cancelled. Zx 8xy, 8xy, xx gets cancelled. So h1 by h2 is equal to, that implies h1 by h2 is equal to z by 8y. That is the answer, right? Thank you.